Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my home. My name is Becky, and I am so excited that you're here today. I have a few fun things that I'd like to share with you today. First of all, Summer and I went thrifting on Saturday, and we did find a few things. I'm going to show you the clips of us looking around in the thrift store, but you're going to know immediately what I purchased as soon as you see it, because you're going to see the colors of my soul just illuminating on those shelves. You're gonna know. So I'm gonna show you the clip in just a few minutes. I also have a gift that a friend of mine gave me over the weekend that I cannot wait for you to see. It is glorious. And I have a friend mail package that I want to share with you as well. So before I get too deep into that and too deep into filming, it is Thursday, it is my day off, and I do like to hop out to the thrift stores close to me on Thursday because I feel like I have better luck on Thursday than I do on Saturday. There's not quite as many people out, and I can kind of move around the store and take some footage and take my time and look around without so many people on top of me during the week than as opposed to on the weekend. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. If I see anything, I'm gonna add it to the footage from today. And if not, then we're just gonna pick up from what I found on Saturday, and we've still got some fun things to talk about. So I'm gonna go pop out to my thrift store real quick, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, I know I'm coming back. Oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. Feeling homesick. Oh, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen many places where the beauty never here than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass.
All right, so I'm back from the thrift store. Just to let you know ahead of time that I did not buy that beautiful Afghan, and I did not buy that beautiful Pyrex. I loved it. It was so pretty. Both items were beautiful. The Pyrex is in my pattern. I collect that pattern. I don't know. I guess I'm just in one of those moods today where I just didn't want to spend $25 on something. You know, I don't know. Some days I'm fine to spend $25. Other days I'm not. That would definitely have cost more in the antique store, 100%, especially with that lid. And as I'm telling you this, I may end up talking myself into going back and getting it. The Afghan was breathtaking in my opinion. I just loved it. I might end up going back and getting that for Lily. It was 50% off today for all linens, so it would have been about $5. But I don't know, I just put it back. But it would go to Lily because it's a little bright for my house. My house is more muted, so the colors are more muted. So I didn't get those two things. Those last few things in the clip were what I saw today. And the beginning of the clip is what Summer and I found on Saturday. We're gonna go through what we got on Saturday in just a minute. I want to start out by telling you about an item that I was given by a friend. Now, I was called about a week ago from a friend in where I live. She said, you know, her mother died a few years ago and her father died a few months ago. So she's in the process of getting their home cleaned out. It's going to be rented to a young couple, and this house is going to get many more years of love. So that's a good thing and a happy thing, but she's got to get the house cleared out. So it's really hard for her to go through this house and take her mother's and her father's items out. Now, her mother had a craft room, and she coveted her craft room, and I can relate to that because I love my craft room. And a girl's craft room is a special place. You know where everything is, you know how to find everything, and each one is different, each one is individual. Well, Miss Nelda, that was her name, she coveted her craft room and she loved it, and she had everything organized so beautifully and perfectly. And my friend said, I've got to clean this craft room out, and it would mean so much to me if I knew that this stuff was going to someone that not only did Mom love and care about and know, but you know, someone that's going to use it and take care of it. So she wanted me and my sister to come and go through the craft room and see if there was anything that we could use. So we did. We went over there Sunday and we found a few items. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I got. I'm not going to show you everything because it would just take way too long, but a majority of what I got for Lily, because Lily has shown an interest in learning how to sew. So what I got for her is this whole little envelope here is full of vintage patterns, and I'll show you a couple. I can't show you all of them, but I will show you a couple. They are not dated, so I don't know, but based on the dresses and the styles, it seems to be from the 70s. And here's one, and it's not the type of pattern that I'm used to where it comes with the thin paper where you cut it up and then you pin it on. We're gonna have to make our own patterns with this. So the pattern is on the inside. You just have to, I'm assuming, trace it out and transfer it onto some thinner paper. Never done one like this before. Here's another dress I'll share with you. And you tell me if I'm wrong. I was born in 1978, but these do look like 1970s styles, right? Am I wrong? Tell me. There's a top, and here's a skirt. there it is. There's a skirt, and this is another little dress. So that, I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. If you lived through the 70s, you're probably like, oh no. I feel that way now when I see these kids wearing clothes from the 90s and bringing them back. I'm like, y'all, no. let that style die in the 90s, please. But for me, I love it, and Lily loves it. She would so enjoy. She is going to enjoy trying to make these patterns. There was a little bit of fabric, but Miss Nelda was a quilter, so most of her fabric is in small pieces, so not a lot of large pieces of fabric. I did pick up a few, and I don't know 100% that this is vintage, but it is vintage inspired. So this is just a couple that I grabbed just to share with you. That would be the cutest little top. Here's another one. This one is, what do you call it? Corduroy. That's some corduroy, and it's small. It's not a lot. And then this is super groovy, so Lily's gonna love this. But I also would like to teach her how to quilt, so we did get a lot of the small pieces, and she also had a lot of the measuring tapes, or not measuring tapes, measuring squares that you can use for quilting. So I have quilted before, and I can show her how to do a simple square quilt. When it comes to all the elaborate designs, no, I can't do that, but I can do a square quilt, and I can show her how to do that. So she's going to be excited to go through all of those goodies when she comes back home. So we're getting ready to leave the house, and we're walking out, and I look in the kitchen, and I see the lights of heaven shining down in this kitchen, like, ah. And I said, okay, I've got to be respectful, and I've got to be considerate of the fact that this is her mother's home. This is her mother's belongings, but I would really like to buy that. And I said, when you are ready to start selling some of her things, if you're going to, would you mind giving me first chance when the time comes at that cookie jar? It was a cookie jar. She says, take it. No, here, take it. No, I'm not taking it. I will buy it from you. No, take it. I want you to have it. I said, well, what about she has a daughter. I said, well, what about your daughter? Does she want it? She said she has already gone through the house. The family has already gone through the house. We've taken everything that is sentimental to us and everything that is important to us. This is stuff that I've got to pack up and get rid of. Take it. Let me show you what she gave me, because my heart was just about to pitter patter out of my chest. I've got to be very careful, so give me a second. Let me get it together here. All right, you put the lid on securely, and let me show you what she gave me. Isn't she beautiful? I love it. I just could not believe. And it doesn't have a single chip in it. It doesn't have a flaw in it. It just needs to be washed up. And she gave this to me. When I tell you, I grabbed her neck and I hugged her neck. She was like, she did not get it. She just didn't understand why I was so happy to get this cookie jar. But yes, my friend gave me this cookie jar, and I wanted to share it with you because I know you guys will understand my excitement for getting this cookie jar. And the fact that it came from Sweet Miss Nelda's kitchen, and that makes it even more special to me because I've known them my whole life. So, all right, so let's next go to thrift hauls. Okay, so Summer and I went thrifting last Saturday, and we went to a couple places. We had to travel a good little ways to get there, but oh, by the way, we saw the the Chinese spy balloon while we were out. That was interesting. All these cars were stopped along the side of the road, and I'm like, what is going on? Why are these cars stopping? And they're out there taking videos and pictures. Well, I turned around because Summer was driving, and you could see the planes like going around it, and so I figured out what it was, but I had no idea what they were out there doing. It was craziness. But so you probably saw these items in the video, and you know me by now, and you know what I picked up. But the first item that I got, of course, was some more stoneware. I got 4. I had 6 in my buggy, but I have so many. I put 2 of them back for someone else, and I only got 4. And they are Autumn Collection wheat flour, and they're the smaller size, so I do like to mix them up. By the way, let me just put a little update in here. I did have to take the plates down from behind my bed, not because they were causing a problem, but because the glue that I used did not hold up on the ceramics. So one of my most precious, beautiful plates fell and broke this week. So I took them all down. I've got to get those little hooks that go like this, and those won't fall. I've never had a problem with those falling, so I've just got to go to the Hobby Lobby and get them. I was trying to use something that I had in the house, so I used that glue. Don't do it. Don't do it. Take back everything I said about that. It will not hold up. All right, so the next thing I got, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm contemplating using it as a tablecloth because I'm going to have a birthday party for Summer coming up. But after that, I may give it to Lily to practice her sewing with. Or we could put it on the bed because it's in perfect condition. And I don't know the exact size. It's just the top sheet. It's not a fitted sheet. But the graphics is amazing and vintage, and just the whole aesthetic in my cart was... It's just my soul was singing. It was so beautiful. I'll show you my big thing in a minute, but I had like this and this and then this other thing, and it was just so pretty, all in my cart. But this is a soft sheet, smells good, doesn't have that smell of old on it or anything. It's just really pretty. So I could put it on the bed 100%, or it's enough fabric here that we could probably make her a little dress out of one of those patterns. So I'm going to talk to her and see what she wants to do. But I want to have a birthday party for Summer coming up here shortly. So I might use it as a tablecloth for that because it kind of matches my theme that I'm going with. And you know I got to have a theme. Before I show you the big thing, I want to show you... No, I'll go ahead and show you the big thing. I know you saw this in the video and you probably already knew that I bought it, but I got this picture. It is an original art piece. It is signed. It's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Every time I set it in my craft room until I could do this video. Every time I walk in my craft room, I just want to pick it up and look at it. And it's just so pretty. Now, what I would like to do with this, couple things. First of all, I thought that maybe I could put it over my mantle for spring and Easter. It would be perfect for that. Then I thought, I have a huge shelf behind my bathtub that is boring as it can be. It is beige and white and brown, and it's so boring. I thought, well, I could put it behind my bathtub, I mean. So I might do that, or it may go to Lily. I don't know if I'm going to be able to part with it or not, but I sent her a picture of it. I said, do you love this? She said, I love that. So it may go in her house. The reason I don't say Summer is because Summer's style is completely different. She has a completely different style in her home, and this is not her style. She was with me when I bought it. She had no interest in it. But David, of course, can build me a frame. He's done many pictures in here that were just on plain canvas, and he does a beautiful job building frames for me. So I can definitely make that a little more substantial with a frame, and I will. The last thing I want to show you is going to lead us into my friend mail, but this did not come from our last thrifting trip. David and I were kind of in the neighborhood of a thrift store, and he let me run in for a minute. I didn't film, I didn't do anything, but I saw this and I grabbed it. Can you see what it is? It's one of these little picture holders. So I grabbed it. I think I took the price tag off, but it was $2. And I have no footage of getting it because, like I said, I wasn't filming. I just ran in, saw it, grabbed it, checked out, and left. But this is going to come in handy in just a few minutes because I'm going to show you some friend mail that I got. Let me grab it. This is a long video of me talking, isn't it? So I got a little package in the mail this past week from Linda. And Linda watched my crafting video where I made the I made these little things here with the vintage inspired Valentines. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it because these turned out so stinking cute. And she watched that and she saw me struggling with not having any embellishments or anything. Like, I just used what I had. And so she sent me a bag of little ribbons and pretty embellishments to use on my crafts. And I thought that was so thoughtful because, I mean, I know exactly what I can do with them. I mean, here, this has got St. Patrick's Day written all over it, you know, and here's some more for Valentine's Day right here. She knew exactly how I could use these. So I thought that was so thoughtful of her. And then in addition to that, let me put this back. She sent me some of her vintage Valentines. I'm gonna take them out of the bag. Hold on one second. All right, so here are the Valentines that she sent me. She says, and I agree with her, that she believes that they're from the 60s era. And I agree because look at that little girl. Isn't she cute? I pick you to be my Valentine. This one has a seal. No, it's an otter, sorry. You otter know I love you. And then this one is a clown. Don't clown around, Valentine. So what I thought I would do is start my collection off right. And I'm going to put these in here and set up a little display. Now, the tall ones I'll put on the bottom. And I have some that I put in my tier tray that I can absolutely add to this. But how cute is that? Thank you so much, Linda. That was so kind of you to think of me. All right, I'm going to try to set that picture up in a couple places and see how it looks and share that with you. And then we're going to set our Valentines up. I don't know what I'm doing with the cookie jar yet. It wasn't something that I bought with intention. It was just something that was a wonderful gift. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. We probably don't have a forever home for it yet, but we'll get there. It's going somewhere. I don't know where, but it's going somewhere. But okay, I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so I'm just going to peek over the camera. I've got it set kind of high because pretend that this is an empty slate and it's Easter or spring or whatever. Just pretend for me. So tell me what you think. This is option number 1 and I'm looking for the first time with you. So what do you think about that up there, dolled up a little bit with some spring flowers? So that's option number 1. And I don't know because I can't see either other than a little bit of reflection from the camera. Okay, and then option number 2. And then this is option number 2, and I definitely think I like this. I'm in my bathroom now, and if you have high definition on your camera, on your phone or your computer, and you can see all the dust, I'm sorry. This was a just spur of the moment decision to stick this up here. So ignore the dust because it is dusty. But I like that. It brings some color into my bathroom. I left that big picture up there just to kind of make it a little more substantial. But for now, I'm just going to let it lean up against there. By the way, I only paid $5 for this picture. If you didn't see the price tag, it was $4.99. So bonus on that, only being $5. You can still see a little bit of the black right down there from the writing on the picture on the back, but I don't know, I'll work on it and try to figure it out later. But what do you think? Do you like this, or should I use it as a spring display in the living room, or both? What do you think? Let me know. I wonder if this is a king size, because if it was, how pretty would this be on my bed? I wonder how big it is. I'm going to open it up and see. I know it's at least a queen. I'm going to try it. I don't think it's a king size. I think it would work, which means that it's probably not vintage, because I don't think they had king size beds back then, but correct me if I'm wrong, but that would fit my bed. Huh. Lily may not get that after all, because it matches perfect. Look how pretty it is. Nice. I wish I could have found the bottom sheet. So the last thing I want to add, I think I want to put it right here, is my little Valentine's Day collection. Now I do have some more that I kept on my tier tray, but I added a couple that were on the back of the tier tray that you couldn't really see because I feel like it's going to be seen better over here. So I think I'm going to move this picture and just sit it right there. And that way it's displayed and beautiful and I love it. So this is its new home. So I'm going to say my goodbyes now. I want to thank you all for taking a little bit of your time today to spend with me. It means the world to me that you do sit down and watch my videos. I also appreciate all of your comments. David and I read each and every one. I try my very best to respond to each and every one because they do mean so much to me. And they just bring us the most joy reading them. We just smile and read and smile and read, and we just love them. So don't stop with the comments because we love them. One thing I want to say just real quick, when I first signed up for YouTube and I put out my first video, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I kind of told you guys that I am not technologically inclined. As a matter of fact, there's a going joke saying that I have a metal plate in my head, and if it's an electronic, it's gonna break as soon as I get near it. So if you are struggling with the quality of my videos, as far as the music being repetitive or too loud or something like that, I do want to apologize because I think this is probably the best you're going to get. I do everything on my phone. I don't have a fancy camera. I don't know that I will buy a fancy camera for this because this is just fun for me. This is not a job. It's not it's not a big deal. It's just an outlet for me that I enjoy, that brings me joy. So I don't know that I'm going to go out and buy a fancy camera to make a better quality video. This is probably maybe the best you're going to get. So I do apologize for that. I just want to put that out there. I'm sorry. But I'm doing the best I can. I am having a blast. I'm enjoying you all. I'm enjoying the comments. I love you. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.